again and welcome to Spotlight, the interview show on RT. I'm Al Grinov and today we'll talk about a strange language. Europanto is a mixture of words and grammar rules borrowed from a number of European languages which anyone of average culture and basic knowledge of English can understand and even speak. It was born in Brussels, the capital of the European Union. Could this language become an alternative to English as an international means of communication? To talk about it, our guest today is Signor Diego Marani, the man who developed Europanto.
Diego Marani is an Italian novelist and newspaper columnist working as a policy officer for culture and languages at the European Commission in Brussels. He is the creator of Europanto, an English-based mixture of languages that many Europeans use to communicate with each other. Since 1996, Diego has been writing a weekly column on Europanto language for the Swiss daily Le Temps. He has published different articles, short stories, and produced video clips using this language. In 1999, he published a collection of short stories in Europanto in France, which has taken him to the notorious French cultural program Bouillon de Culture. His last novel, Nova Grammatica Finlandese, has received the prestigious Grinzani Cavò Prize in Italy and was hailed by the critics as a revelation in new Italian literature. Diego Marani is our guest in the studio today to talk about Europanto and its use.
Hello, Mr. Marani, welcome to the show. Hi,
hello.
Thank you very much for being with us. Or should I say, buongiorno, monsieur?
Seguramente, por speak Europanto, tu just mix parolas from differente jazyk und
Including Russian?
Хорошо, tu esse dobro Europanto spicante. Keine study necessite, keine grammatica, just invente.
Fantastic.
I must say that Europanto is a joke, is a provocation. It is not my intention to propose another European language, another artificial language. I believe in true languages. And actually this is why I developed this idea. My joke, my provocation is intended to push people to play with languages, to try to learn them, because it is possible to learn them also playing.
So actually, what you're saying is that this is not like a grammatically strict language, a means of communications, and so you can call one thing different words, including depending on which word comes to your brain. Like you can call it a thing, a chose, a shtuchka, or whatever comes to your mind. Yeah.
Whatever comes to your mind. The idea, the roughly general idea, is to put together what is generally understandable all over Europe. If I say muchacha, mamma, pizza, mafia, Napoli, blitzkrieg, bazook, chauffeur, хорошо, sayonara. You've got plenty of words coming from different languages.
I didn't get that. Sayonara. What's sayonara?
Sayonara is a Japanese to say hello, goodbye. If you put together all these words, well, you have a series of words that are understandable all over Europe and that can produce other words. But again, my idea is just to push people to understand that languages have always been mixing, that we do not have to be scared to see our language polluted by words coming from different languages. It is a process, and you can accompany this process.
Would you call Europanto just sort of a pidgin English, or how different it is?
Well, indeed, the idea is this one. We had Latin in Europe in the Middle Ages, and Latin developed in today's languages. I mean, Portuguese, French, Italian, Romanian are languages that came out from Latin mixing with other languages. And this happened also to Slavic languages. Well, the ancient Slavonic language produced many different Slavic languages.
Russian, Polish, also.
So it is a well-known process. Just the individual, a single man, cannot perceive this process during his life because it's too short.
But if it's a natural process that happened, why do you want to reverse it?
Well, I do not want to intervene in the process. I'm not a mad scientific that tries to change the world. I just want to push people to be more strict on languages, to not to be scared of the mistake. When you make a mistake, it's communicative. It makes people laugh in another language. And when you laugh, you communicate. You're already having friends in this new language. So as we in Europe need to learn other people's languages to be able to communicate, my message is this one: play with languages, try to speak even when you think you not understand. Actually, you can understand the language.
Diego, did you actually invent the language, or it already existed in the structures of the European Union in Brussels?
Well, in working in the European Union institutions, you tend to mix languages, because we are all people speaking different languages. Sometimes we understand some languages, sometimes we don't, and so we tend to mix up words and to develop this European language. But again, in a way, I invented nothing new, because everywhere where languages mix, where languages encounter each other, they mix, they produce new languages. I just tried, in an instinctive way, to produce something that was understandable, that is understandable for the Middle European.
Mankind has actually seen several attempts to create an international auxiliary language. So far, Esperanto has been the most successful of them all, or has it? Spotlight Elena Demidov has more.